Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time we left off with Kyiv reconquered. The Crimea is invaded. We're now on to Strange Sights for an Ancient Town. November 1943. Official second story men. These complex, century-old rooftops in Italy add to the difficulties of the work of the 8th Army signalers, who, only a few months ago, were laying lines in the desert where the problem were of a different nature. Here, these men are shown climbing the rooftops at dawn in a newly conquered Italian town. The work of maintaining lines of communication was extremely important and sometimes hazardous. I mean, yeah, obviously it could be hazardous if the enemy spots you, like a sniper or something like that. There's that threat. There's also the threat that what happens if you fall off these roofs, things like that. A lot of danger involved in this. Mussolini falls in the debris. November 1943. Crashes with his empire. A large photograph of Mussolini lies in the foreground as the citizens of Eboli clear away the debris and wreckage after the Allies had entered this Italian town in November, during the joint advance on the road to Rome and ultimately victory. Yeah, kind of a sign of what is to come, especially for Mussolini. He's not gonna have such a nice fall, unluckily for him. The Battle of Tarawa, November 20th, 1943. Pacific Islands won. The Gilbert Islands are small dots in the midst of a vast sea, 2,400 miles southwest of Hawaii, 3,000 miles southwest of Tokyo. Toward them, on the morning of November 20th, moved the mightiest naval force ever assembled in the Pacific. In that force were battleships which had been torn apart by the Japanese bombs in the sneak attack on Pearl Harbor 2 years ago. Now, the battleships were better than ever, for they not only had been repaired, but modernized as well. In the Armada were more aircraft carriers than ever had sailed together on any sea, most of them built since Pearl Harbor. The fleet was a symbol of reborn American naval power. From landing ships, men poured out onto the beaches of 3 of the Gilbert atolls, men of the 2nd Marine Division, veterans of Guadalcanal, and men of the New York's old fighting 69th of World War I fame, now seeing service in this war for the first time as members of the 27th Division. Some 4,000 Japanese were guarding the 3 islands, Tarawa, Makin, and Abermama? Yeah. But within 4 days, Admiral Nimitz was able to announce that the Gilbert Islands had been conquered. Most of the enemy defenders had been killed. A few remained to be hunted down. American losses on Tarawa, where the Marines landed, were heavy. Of 2 battalions, 2,000 to 3,000 men, only a few hundred escaped death or injury. The rapidity of victory was almost startling. It took American troops 3 weeks to conquer half as many Japanese on Attu in the Aleutians. In this picture, direct hits of 5-inch guns of the destroyer force off Tarawa set off the oil dumps on the Japanese-held island, causing this heavy cloud of black smoke. In the foreground, Marines take cover amid wrecked Japanese equipment. So you can see the Marines right there. And yeah, you can see the black smoke rising from where the 5-inch guns hit. Yeah, like I said in I think yesterday's video, the advance through the Pacific gets really rapid for a little bit. There will be obviously a little bit of a slowdown in some places, but it'll pick back up, and yeah. And in the grand scheme of things, this the island hopping goes pretty quick. And yeah, obviously, it's showing a testament to American naval power there. The fact that the battleships were destroyed basically in Pearl Harbor and then brought back almost better than ever. Japanese did not know who they were messing with, that's for sure. Victory at Tarawa, November 20th, 1943. At heavy cost. For concentrated fighting and high casualties, few battles in American history can approach Tarawa. Here, units of Marines, haggard, smoke-blackened, and battle-worn, assemble on Tarawa for evacuation. Only a few hundred of the 1,000 who hit the beach escaped death or wounds in the bitter struggle for this critical atoll. So yeah, we can see these Marines they're a little bit tired. You can tell they're like, oh my God, that was a nightmare. But they took the atoll. They did what they were ordered to do, and they took it quickly. And Tarawa, we don't even, once again, it's a battle that I don't think we learned very much about in the United States. Now, things may have changed since I was in high school or in middle school, but when I was there, we kind of learned about the generals, not generals, but the general idea of the Second World War. But they focus more on Europe. And two, when they do talk about the Pacific, they don't talk about all the little battles, which this would be considered a little battle to them. The Chiefs watch the advance on Tarawa, November 20th, 1943, as the guns blasted Tarawa. The leaders of the attack tensely watched the action ashore from the bridge of a United States warship. Major General Julian C. Smith, Marine Commander, is with Rear Admiral Harry W. Hill, facing camera in background. In the picture below, Marines dash across the beach on Tarawa to take the airport there. One of the Marines carries a shovel to dig a foxhole. First there we can see Major General Julian C. Smith, I believe, is I think it's either this guy or maybe this guy, but that I believe is Rear Admiral Harry W. William. Said he was facing the camera. It's either him or that guy, but I'm guessing it's probably him. Where the Marines go, their pinups go. November 21st, 1943. Oh boy, the boy's got a spicy pinup. Good luck charm. As a landing barge approaches the Japanese-held island in the Gilberts, a Marine takes a last look at his good luck picture, a pinup girl. Tarawa burns in the background from the terrific bombardment laid down by the units of the United States fleet. Pinup girls had become a great morale holder in this World War, and everything from comics to famous models and movie stars were welcomed by the boys. Yeah, obviously, a lot of men, they like their pinup girls, that's for sure. But yeah, there's quite a few famous actors and things like that also do things in this war for the troops. actually, I learned something the other day. If you listen to a lot of the government talking up films about the war and things like that, or where there's a narrator on things from back then, actually the narrator is Ronald Reagan, because obviously he was a famous actor before he became president. But I just thought that was neat. We got Ronald Reagan talking over that, and just a neat little bit of American history there. But with that, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell me what I could improve on. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.